before we jump into today's video, I want to take a quick second to talk about a deal we're running on our merch site from now until November 20th. So we're running a package deal. You can get one of our hats, a koozie, a sticker, and a t-shirt, your choice of either the American flag or the OG orange with the Build It, Bog It, Break It on the back for just 35 bucks. Link for the site's in the description, and I'm sure it's going to be somewhere here on the screen. Check it out. Support the channel. Let's jump to the video. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to 3BR Off-Road. We're finally back on the F350 Mega Truck. Cause I can't hear over your thing. I always yell. Whatever, it's gonna be the intro, even though he messed me up. Yeah, we're back on this thing. I'm yelling. Get over it. So yeah, we did a few things off.
By the way, we know that we're not putting the converter in it right now.
Oh yeah, we know that. It's.
So somebody, please don't say anything about it.
Someone's gonna make that comment. Hey, you guys forgot to put the converter in it. Oh. But anyways, we did a few things off camera. We cut out the main engine brace, or what the hell is it called?
Engine crossmember.
Yeah, the engine crossmember. There we go. It's been a long day, right? We cut that out, got everything pressure washed, all nice and clean. Motor somewhat clean, as clean as a 25-year-old motor gets.
Well, that's not true. As clean as a $50 power washer will get it.
It was 75, but okay. And we're gonna put the trans on it, sticker on up in there, and figure out where we gotta make mount. So let's just get to work. Would you look at that?
That ain't gonna work.
Would you just look at that? Why it ain't gonna work?
Same reason it didn't work in Ian's truck.
Oh my god.
Because that was a Chevrolet. It was meant to have a Chevrolet engine, and Fords are not meant for a Chevrolet engine.
That's gonna be a problem. I was hoping we could avoid that.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to make a bracket that goes to the pedal box.
No, we're just gonna do what we did on my truck, put the orbital valve inside the cab.
That's what I'm saying, on the pedal box.
Super easy.
It's basically in the same spot yours was, except for
straight.
Well, yeah, except for straight, because you can still see the dent we had to put in the headers.
And we never did in my headers, did we? Oh, where'd you go?
Yeah, number 8.
I thought he was there, but he was over there.
Number 8.
Yeah, this dumbass put my motor in crooked when we did the white truck. I said this dumbass.
I thought he was talking.
No, I pointed at myself. I claimed it. AJ wouldn't help me when I didn't even know AJ when I put the big block in it. That was pre-AJ.
What's the
part of the reason it's up. I didn't have someone to double check my work. Yeah, it's actually pretty straight. That looks mean.
I know.
It looks like a set of. It almost looks like a set of bullhorns.
I know. I missed those headers.
I love it. Yeah, we got plenty of clearance. Plenty of clearance. Yeah, I guess, yeah, we did.
Be the hardest thing to do on.
It always was with these headers.
Yep, I had to pull the waterproofing off and do it from below.
And you see the dent we put in for the headers on mine, about the same spot. Except for this one will be solid. Mine was not solid mounted.
It was
so whenever you wrapped on it, it moved a lot, so we had to dent it.
It moved a whole lot.
It moved quite a bit.
Not that much. But no, everything on this one will be.
Well, there's that too.
It was bad.
Jimmy, you weren't even around.
Okay, here's how you.
You were still a baby when I was bogging that truck. Shut the up.
We put a level on this thing. When you look at that header points up, or is perfect, and then that one kind of points down a little bit, and you can see how much we welded on this one. You can see how much we welded on that one. These stuck out the fender that much. This one's got a bell on it from the factory.
Yeah, because it was the only pipe I could get at the time. Yeah. Blind holes with an impact, fine.
Good.
It'd be fine.
So you can hydrolock it, and it
breaks the bolt.
No, blows a hole in the block.
That's just extra coolant passages.
What, do you want to use that on there instead?
Yeah, he's being a little baby. Oh, got that engine mount bolted to the block. That one bolted to the block. I know the one has a hole in it, but it is what we have to work with, and we're gonna work with it. It'll be fine.
Anything about Colin, Jason, or anybody before this? So.
Yeah, we had them laying around the shop. It's gonna be fine. It will be fine. By the time we're done with it, it'll be a solid piece.
Everything's gonna get full of mud anyway, but.
Little known fact: 3BR also stands for 3 Broke Rednecks, and that means using what we got.
Yeah, pretty much.
To make it work.
Yeah, just about every other broke redneck out there too. Man, I don't know how we want to do it.
Most broke rednecks don't have a shop.
Yeah, this is true. Do we want to pick the engine up?
Or a whatever $1,000 toolbox. I didn't want to say, but it's a little bit of a humble brag on his part. That's why he's broke? No, that's not why he's broke.
That's why I have a white toolbox.
If his
can't hide money.
If his side by side was here, I would show you why he's broke.
That's why I'm broke right now.
That's why he's broke. You're broke because
I don't get paid.
Both your jobs suck. I was gonna say the name of the company, but it said not to.
That somehow would come back to me.
we heard today on the on a YouTube video.
So much trouble at work over Facebook and everything else like that. I gave up on it. All right, how are we gonna mount this, Corey?
I don't know. You're the tube work genius. I just I glue it together and hope the glue spots hold. I'm stumbling on my words tonight, Jimmy.
You're having a hard time talking.
I'm having a hard time tonight, bud.
That's it.
The concentration face. He's thinking very, very hard.
I know, because we're trying to mount it so low.
He's thinking very hard.
That's the only hard part is how low we're trying to mount it.
Yeah, we built everything else not knowing how we were gonna do this, and
well, this wasn't the initial plan.
Well, yeah, we were gonna leave the stock motor in, and then more power, baby.
More power, baby.
More power, baby.
More power.
Say it.
Why you gotta keep on zooming in on my face?
Say it.
More power.
Grace on this?
Huh?
Because the radiator's going right up front.
Why is that saving grace?
I mean, there's so much goddamn room up here.
So this is what happens when you don't let AJ cut pipe for a while.
Put the notch on the wrong side.
Yep, put the notch on the wrong side.
But at least I know the angle's right.
Cut another piece. Close in your face again.
It's not straight. You see how that side of the frame curves out and then back in? It's got to get the drive shaft and the steering down.
Once again, bad at YouTube. We didn't film any of the cutting the bars or anything, but they're cut.
I want to see me sitting there with a...
No one wants to see that. It's boring. He's 100% right. You just want to see the fact that we got to this spot and that AJ only messed up once.
I only messed up once.
Once again, I know we've said a bunch of times, never again a factory frame.
Yeah.
Never again. It's a pain in the ass. Zoom in.
One eternity later.
Alright, so I'm going to be completely honest. I do not remember where we left off on the truck. We started working on it. We were recording. I know we got pretty sure we filmed getting the engine in, putting the trans and all that stuff in. Since then, we've done the trans mount, which I can show you over here. So yeah, trans mount is in. Real simple. Just did some 2.5 inch square tubing on each side to stiffen up the frame. Tabs off it, bent the bar down and around. And then, if it'll focus, and then a plate in there to bolt the transmission to. We just did like two little braces off the engine mount to the frame. And then we're gonna end up putting another cross member that goes underneath the motor to each side of the frame to stiffen it up. It'll be bolted in. That way we can still pull the oil pan down. Ran out of issue in my last truck. Had a crossbar there. Go to pull the oil pan, wouldn't clear the sump, so I had to cut that out. Probably what part of the problem was leading to me breaking my frame, but it is what it is, so you live, you learn. So we'll do this one right. But yeah, I honestly don't remember where we left off filming. So that's why I'm giving you an update on that. It's just been so long. We got busy on a bunch of other stuff. I've been working on a little bit here and there, really not a whole lot. I think the only other thing we've done is kind of get the case mount to where we want. I think AJ still wants to lower it down a few inches, get it down just a little bit more, get the driveline angle better. We're gonna end up with like a 2-foot jack shaft, so the angle can be a little bit more extreme on that. Not a big deal. I say extreme, it's not gonna be bad. It'd be like normal driveline angle, but that'll help get our driveline angles for the drive shafts, the front and rear drive shafts, to be a lot better as well. So he's still gonna do that, but like I said, we've just been busy side by side. You might see the video for this beforehand. I don't know. If not, I'll blur it out because that's supposed to be a surprise, but that video might come out before this one. It just depends how much work we get done on this. That being said, I'm moving on to some of the steering stuff. Got the power steering pump. It's the old PSC pump for my old white truck on there. Same cooler off my white truck. Got the same PSC reservoir off my old truck, using the same orbital valve out of my old truck. Like I said in the beginning, this is supposed to be a budget build. Use what we got to make it work. Old orbital valve. I even went and cut the old bracket out of my truck yesterday, so I didn't have to reinvent the wheel. Didn't have to buy another one. The only thing I couldn't find was my steering column, so I had to go on Amazon and buy one. I literally ordered this yesterday. It showed up today. Amazon for the win. Who would have thought they would have had a orbital valve steering column on there for me to buy? It's fucking perfect. Yep, right spline and everything. So gonna have to bolt that up, take those bolts out, bolt the column up, and it's gonna go somewhere in this general area. We are not actually pulling any of the interior out of the cab at this point. We're going to, at some point in the future, put a cage in it, put seats in it and everything. We're gonna treat that as a different project. We kind of just want to get this one done. It's taken us forever, just, you know, with everything else going on and us only doing this part-time. So we need to just get it done. We want to get it done driving, go test it out, see what we got to fix. And we're going to use it as like a project for the channel. Just over time, we'll add the cage, we'll do the interior. At that point, I might change the orbital valve to be inside the cab like my old truck up by the column. But until then, we're going to use the stock steering column, and it should die somewhere in there. I think I'm going to take the rag joint out. Gonna take the rag joint out. I don't think so, I know so. I bought this U-joint setup that we have to modify a little bit. It's not quite big enough to fit on the end, but it'll fit. We'll fit it on the end. We'll probably end up welding it to it. It's got a set screw, but I don't really trust that 100%. So we'll end up welding it to there. That end should slide over this rod. That end right there, focus. So this end right here should end up fitting over this rod once I get rid of the rag joint. So I'm just gonna end up cutting it off as far out as I can, leave me as much room. This should slide on there and get bolted down. If it doesn't slide on, it doesn't fit like the way I think it should. I measured it, should fit. But if it doesn't fit the way I wanted it to, it'll get welded to it as well. Not a big deal. The column will still come off. Like I said, this is gonna be a temporary setup. Not the most ideal location being on the outside of the frame. It's not really gonna hurt anything, but I'm just working with what we got here and without trying to reinvent the wheel and make it as easy as possible and as efficient as possible. The line should all work. Reservoir, I mean, I already have the line here. We're gonna have to make some kind of bracket to hold the reservoir. Try to pull as far away from the header as possible. It was a little difficult in the last truck. Might end up having to make that remake that line, which is fine. It's a low pressure line. It's just a feed line for the pump. Not a big deal. Probably end up, honestly, just redoing that, putting it up on the firewall. Makes the most sense. That reminds me. Got to order a master cylinder. Don't have one for this truck. I was gonna reuse the one off my old truck, but it's been sitting outside for 4 years now, and I don't think I want to reuse it. So just gonna go ahead and buy a new Willwood one. It'll bolt right in there, no problems. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing bolted up and try and figure out where we're gonna put it. I just recorded like, I don't know, 6-7 minutes worth of shit. Realized the mic wasn't plugged in. None of it got picked up. What I was talking about, this end fit just the way I wanted it to. This end had to take the rotary burr, as you saw in the time lapse. Had to burr all the splines out of it to make it fit. It's not the best fit, it's a sloppy fit. Probably gonna end up running a bead all the way around this because I know that set screw is not gonna hold. It's gonna strip out, it's gonna do something dumb, fall out, I'm gonna lose it. But it's tacked in where it needs to be. Before I weld everything up, I want to make sure I can pull the orbital valve and the column off, because once this is welded to it, it'll come off of here. We have a little bit of collapse here. We should be able to pull this all off, and this will be one unit. Orbital valve should come off no problem, and we'll be left with the bracket here, because I've got to do that to weld it all up anyways. Got that all welded up. We'll wait for that to cool off a little bit. We'll throw the orbital back in there, the column and all that stuff. I want to, because right now if you look, it's kind of cocked on there because I have the set screw tightened down, so it's holding on. I want to put it all back together and get that as centered as possible, and then I'll weld it up. It just seems better that way. I don't want it to be all cattywampus on there. Let's get it as close to straight as possible. Probably not going to be the best, but it'll be close. So let's let that cool down. We'll jump right to that.
3 weeks later.
We didn't film any of that, but I already went over it. I was here one night and I kind of went over
the transmount.
Transmount, finishing up the motor mounts, getting some of
mounts
this.
are done. The transmount, the motor and transmission are in.
Yeah.
Now, minus some final finishing welding, the transfer case now is in.
It's in there now. Yeah, it just needs to be welded in, but
Fully welded out, we'll be able to mount the transfer case up. Then it is 100% plumbing.
are we not
wiring,
putting the case in right now?
shafts. Huh?
Are we not throwing the case in right now?
No, you're gonna weld it.
Oh, I'm gonna weld the whole thing?
Weld the whole thing out, and then we'll put the case in.
I didn't want to weld it. I'm in gym shorts. I'm gonna get burnt.
If I put the case in there, I'm not taking it back out.
I can weld it with it in there.
We're gonna put 2 bolts in it to measure out for the drive shafts, and then when Dad builds
I
the
wanted
drive
to go.
shaft, when we get the drive shaft measurements, Dad's gonna build the drive shafts. We'll do the final weld out, and then we gotta take this damn thing back outside. We gotta pull the motor and trans out to do it too.
What?
Paint the whole thing. Or what we could do is we could show up here at like 5 o'clock in the morning, pull it out, and etch it, and then wash it all off.
Boy, you got me f***ed up thinking I'm gonna be up here at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Come on, man, it's not hard to get up in the morning. This boy's got 2 jobs.
He's also half my age. Oh, he's half my age. Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, everybody meet Dustin.
Yeah, it's Dustin. Hi.
This is
Say
my-
hi.
This is my stupid nephew that's trying to learn some things.
He's learning. He's just gotta learn to listen. That's the.
It's the hair gets in his way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't threatened to cut it off yet.
I gave up on that a long time ago.
Yeah, Trevor knows all about that.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know, but that's in. That might be a good spot to leave off for this video. I think I went over the. Yeah, no, I was here and I videoed the. Okay, it's coming back to me now. It's been a few
Yeah, 'cause
weeks.
we gotta pull
I
the
did the
motor
steering. I videoed that.
We need to get the motor out of it again, so we can throw a fresh coat of gold paint on it.
No, that thing's staying ragged out the way it is. Yes, no, ragged out. That thing's already been cleaned 3 or 4 times and it's still dirty as hell.
I'm gonna tell you, it's a funny story.
Is it a funny story?
He wanted it to be blue because it was blue originally, and he couldn't find any blue, and he didn't want to go to the store, and all he had at the house was gold.
It's a very funny story, isn't it? Insert
So he
laugh
painted
track
gold.
here.
So now all of our big block Chevys have to
Hold
be
on.
gold if we paint them.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna insert a laugh track here. You're gonna get a big fake laugh out of that one. Big funny story.
Oh man.
All right, that's gonna be it for this one. Hopefully we'll get some more work done on this truck here in the near future.
Get some more content for you guys.
Thanks for the continued support, liking, sharing, subscribing, all the good stuff.
Don't forget, go to 3BROffroad.com.
Get your merch, hats,
Get some
shirts,
shirts.
stickers.
We got koozies. I
Yeah.
don't even have a koozie I'm using right now.
I got a koozie on my drink somewhere. But yeah, go check it out, buy some merch, support the channel.
Buy a
Come-
koozie. Everybody needs a koozie.
Everyone needs a koozie.
Everybody needs a koozie. Go on there, get a koozie, support your boys so we can do some more dumb.
Exactly. Till next time, guys. Peace.